This is an S2000 Remark high flow cat. This hasn't been on the market for too long compared to other options you've seen. If you're an S2000 enthusiast, you know the classic names of Burke. Back in the day there was Rockstar Garage, EVS Tuning, and a few other options for the S2000, but now in 2025 there are fewer and fewer options to put a high flow cat on this car with regulations and everything. So I haven't seen much info about this online, so I purchased one, and I wanted to give you guys a pretty in-depth look at this just to show you that this option does exist for your car and kind of show you the specs about it. You get some nice goodies. You get the hardware for the 3-bolt flange going to your catback exhaust. You get a gasket for that flange, and then the front flange just connects to your OEM header or aftermarket header with the OEM Honda spring bolts and the donut gasket. So first impressions of this cat when getting it, the box was probably the most solid, thick cardboard box I've ever gotten for any aftermarket part. So kudos to Remark for not skimping on quality of their packaging. And it really shows when you unbox it, because this thing is gorgeous. Once you take it out of the box, you can see that it's etched in there with their logo, the part number, and it's just a really nice looking piece. The outside of this cat is like fully polished. You don't see any weld seam here, and the welds that connect the flanges are pretty gorgeous when you look at them. They're really high quality welds, as well as the bung to the header. This is a stainless steel, full stainless steel high flow cat. The reason I ordered this was I was in the market for a new S2000 high flow cat because my Burke high flow cat suffered the common failure of the catalyst coming loose inside after many years of autocross and track use. Instead of buying another Burke and having it last a couple years, and the big problem with that is you don't really know when it fails unless it gets too bad to your engine starts running like crap, because my exhaust never made any kind of rattling noises, and the car never really ran funky at that point. But when I took the cat off and shook it around, you'll see that it was just completely loose in there and lodged into the flared part of the backside of the cat. So it was probably choking flow a little bit, being that the catalyst element was smashed together and a lot of those cells were closed. So the link for this cat is in the description below to take you right to the Remark website, but you can read their description there. But I wanted to give you guys a little additional information past what's in the description there. I reached out to Remark directly and had them answer some questions, because when I was in the market for a new cat, my options really were, before I found out about this, I was actually thinking about welding in a GESI high flow cat on my OEM Burke, so you could cut the ends off and just have a muffler shop weld in a new high flow cat. The GESI, some of their cats are noted to be really high quality and probably one of the best high quality aftermarket cats you can put on your car. The only problem I found with it is the cost. You know, you're about $600, $650, maybe even $700 in after shipping and tax to get just the catalyst element, and then you have to go through the hassle of cutting up your old one and then paying someone to, unless you're experienced welder yourself, paying someone to weld it in at the exact perfect spot. So, you know, after those costs, it could be close to $1,000 to get a high flow cat back into the S2000. So that's why I started looking at other options. But I reached out to Remark because I looked inside this cat and noticed that it had like an S-wound design, very similar to the GESI. So they were kind enough to provide some little bit of insider info that, you know, this is not actually a GESI cat, because that's the first question I asked, but it is also not the MagnaFlow cat that comes with the Burke and came with the Rockstar Garage that is known to fail. They didn't offer me much more information other than they have this catalyst made from an overseas supplier, and they specialize in this kind of thing. So, you know, not made in the USA. But the feedback I have from Remark is they have one of these on a track and time attack prepped S2000 of their own, and have been running it for a couple years, and had no failures with the construction of the cat. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try, and we'll report back to you guys in the future if I have any issues with this. Only one size of this as well. It's geared more towards OEM type exhaust setup. If you're looking for something that's like a 3-inch inlet and outlet, this is not it. So you have about 60mm piping in to the cat element, and then the outlet to the exhaust is 60mm. I have a Tanabe or Revel Medallion Touring exhaust on my car. I've had that on since 2017, absolutely still love it. However, the ID of the pipe from the cat where it mates up here is about 58mm ID, so even this at 60 is larger than I need it to be. And the inlet and outlet of this is almost identical to the Burke cat I had on here since 2017 as well. Below here, this is my Burke cat that's been on the car since 2017. Like I said, it's obviously now a test pipe pretty much. I wanted to note some quick design differences between the two. You'll notice that the Remark cat is positioned much closer to the header, which is better for it to heat up quicker when you start the car and reduce emissions. This one's positioned a few inches downstream more. Not that it's going to have a big difference, just something to note. The main difference I wanted to note here is the way the secondary O2 sensor is welded on. So on the Burke, I'm sure you all know that it's welded on the outlet of the cat, and it's spaced off of the cat significantly with a pinhole, small drill diameter through there, so that the oxygen sensor can still sniff, but it's not directly in the stream of the exhaust flow, so that, you know, even with the catalyst element in there, it's not going to throw a check engine light. I've been running this on my car without even the catalyst element in there, with the sensor directly in here, and it still does not set off a check engine light even with no cat. So that's how well this defouler setup works. However, since Burke does this, this cat is not EPA certified in any states, and that's one of the advantages about the Remark, is the way they do the exhaust port here. It does put the sensor directly in the stream. One thing to note about that though is you will get the area restriction of the O2 sensor in the actual area of the exhaust pipe. That technically does reduce your total area of exhaust flow through the cat when you have the O2 sensor hanging out in the middle of the exhaust pipe. But because they do that and they put it in an OEM spot, this cat is actually EPA certified in 46 states. So if your shipping address is in New York, Maine, California, or Colorado, those are the 4 states that they won't ship this to. Keep that in mind, but for the majority of you guys living in the US, this will be a viable option. And because it's EPA certified, the catalyst element itself has a little more density to it than your typical high flow cat. So it's a 400 cell per cubic inch high flow cat. The MagnaFlow ones I've been running are either a 200 or 300, I can't remember, but the Rockstar Garage and the Burke use the identical MagnaFlow core. So pretty high flow cat. However, the Remark has a little higher cell density for better emissions. You'll notice the outer diameter of the catalyst on the Remark is significantly larger than the outer diameter on the Burke or any other aftermarket high flow cat I've seen. Even though you have a higher cell density, you have more area that exhaust can flow through. So in the end of the day, it may flow very, very similar numbers to the Burke or EVS tuning or any other old school high flow cats you may have heard of for the S2000. Not going to be dynoing any of these back to back. I don't have back-to-back numbers to share with you guys, but just keep that in mind that this cat will do a better job with emissions. It'll also flow more than factory. I don't know the exact amount. So last thing I wanted to talk about with the construction of this related to the O2 sensor is Remark did mention in our conversation that their Time Attack S2000 that they have this catalyst on did end up throwing a check engine light because the O2 sensor was directly in the stream. They said on some cars it may not do it, and some cars it may. I'm not sure if it matters what generation S2000 you have, but they did mention that to me. So if you do order this, make sure to reach out to them first. They did include this for me when we chatted about that, and this is the only piece I didn't talk about earlier. This is their O2 extender. It's not listed on their website for probably obvious reasons, but they did throw this in for me, and when you thread this in, it does space the O2 sensor out of the exhaust stream roughly the same amount as the Burke. The only thing I'll mention though is when you thread this in, this diameter does stick in the exhaust stream, so it still restricts the flow just as much as the if you were to put the O2 sensor directly in this port. And it has this mesh screen on it. You can see straight through. So this hole is a lot larger than the Burke's pinhole for the oxygen sensor to sniff. So even though you're putting this in as a spacer still to try to get the sensor a little further away, it still can probably sniff a lot better than the Burke or the Rockstar Garage or any of the other high flow cats. As you look down in here, that's with the O2 sensor extender installed, and see how much in there it hangs down. It's not really blocking the flow a lot, but it is more than not having it there. All right, so now you'll see I got 3 cats here. After purchasing the Remark, I actually came across someone who lived pretty close to me and was selling this on Facebook. It's an EVS tuning high flow cat for the S2000. So now I have 3 to compare here. The EVS tuning has a probably the middle thickness flange. The Burke had the thickest flange on the outlet, and the Remark has the thinnest flange. Just something to note there. But Burke and EVS are similar in construction with the way the O2 sensor is located on the outlet of the catalyst with a pinhole for a defouler setup on it. Neither of the Burke or the EVS have any EPA certification. But the EVS was an option up until a few years ago for the S2000. I don't know exactly when this was discontinued, but it was a great option when it was on the market, and I actually haven't read any posts about these failing online. This one I did get used, but the guy said he only had about a couple hundred miles on it. It's not easy to see in there, but the cell density on the EVS was 200 cells per cubic inch, so it was about half the density of the Remark and a little bit lighter than the Burke and the Rockstar Garage. But the element itself is a lot shorter, roughly the same outer diameter as the Burke. I think the EVS and the Remark are both gorgeous pieces. So let's talk cost. The Remark is currently on their website for $465. The Burke you can still get for around $270, and when the EVS was for sale probably 5 to 10 years ago, you could get this for roughly the same price as the Burke. I think it was just under $300. So the Remark is a step up in cost, but I'm sure the element itself is a much better catalyst element for meeting that EPA certification, so keep that in mind. But here's a look at all three of them. If you want to know weights, I just weighed all of them on my race scale over here. The OEM Cat is roughly 11, 12-ish pounds, and the Remark came in at 8 pounds. You definitely can feel out of these three, it is the heaviest, being that you have the largest catalyst element here. The Burke High Flow Cat is about 7 pounds when you have the catalyst in it. I just weighed it now that it's a test pipe, and it's about 4 pounds. And the EVS tuning with the full catalyst is about 5 pounds. So this is definitely the most cheaty kind of HFC you can buy for the S2000. If I had to guess, it may flow the best, being that it has the lowest density cell cat. However, the emissions will not be nearly as good as the Remark, so you may get a little bit of a smell running something like this with a really low density catalyst element that's, you know, if you compare it, it's over an inch shorter as well compared to the Remark for the catalyst element itself. Alright, so here's the unit fully installed. As I mentioned in my Rockstar Garage video last year, I had some problems with the Rockstar Garage flange insertion depth and the spring bolts. The Remark nailed it. Its flange was made correctly, and there's no fitment issues with the spring bolts. You can see it still have an air gap around them, which is what you want when this is fully cranked down, fully seated in the OEM donut gasket. Cat has plenty of clearance. O2 sensor with the extender that they provided is routed cleanly in the OEM location using all the OEM clips, so there's no issues there. The only thing I will note is when I put this up and where my exhaust was relaxed to, this seemed to be about a half inch shorter than the Burke unit that I took out. So when I was at first I tightened these two bolts, and they have some compliance in them. You know, when you don't have the rear tight, you can kind of wiggle this around still and flex the springs. So when I was tightening those with the gasket, it was pulling the rear section of the exhaust slowly forward. Nothing significant, but just something I thought I'd note. It probably pulled it, like I said, maybe 3/8 to a half inch forward in the car, which is going to effectively, since this is all solid to the back, going to pull those exhaust tips a little closer to the front of the car, which I'll show you the back end of it in a minute here when I'm all set. But yeah, this is how it looks. The Remark gasket, I will note that they include, is a little thicker. It's probably twice the thickness of the EVS tuning or the Burke gasket, so that does help with the shorter length of this. So it pulled the rear section to the front of the car less because that gasket was thicker. But overall, I think this is probably about as good as you can get for an OEM plus looking piece underneath here that still does a really good job at getting the stinky fumes down when you're driving with the top down. You know, driving around town and stuff with this car with the Burke Flow Cat gutted, you know, being a test pipe, it was pretty annoying, and whenever you stopped at a red light, you smelled it pretty heavily. So I felt like an a-hole with all the people driving behind me around on the streets. Had the test pipe on there, so this will be nice for street use. It's gonna probably eliminate 90% of the stink, probably as close to an OEM Cat as you can get with added performance here. So kudos to Remark. This is a really, really nice looking piece. I'm excited to put some miles on this, and I will report back to you guys if I have any issues. Here's just a close look up at the Remark hardware. It's nice, like yellow zinc plated hardware with the serrated hex nuts, so there's no washers or lock washers. It just bites into the material. Looks really, really nice. And like I said, the Tanabe Medallion Touring exhaust is about 58 millimeters inner diameter, so it mates up nicely with the 60 millimeter pipe coming out of the Cat from the Remark. So Thanks guys for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you found this helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one.
What?